Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're doing Legend of the Ghost Lion. And it's feeling a lot like an RPG, is it not? I'm starting to get RPG vibes right off the bat. Her parents told her the legend of the white lion. Once upon a time, a great white lion attacked our village. Many tried to subdue it, but to no avail. But one young soldier summoned all his courage and threw his spear at the lion. The white lion disappeared into the cave at the edge of the village, never to be seen again. We are about to embark on a journey to solve this mystery. It may be very difficult. Please wait for us until we return. If you have any problems, go to see the village elders. With that, the parents left and died, because obviously. Marie decided to search for her parents and visit the village elders to finally decide to start on a journey. Why didn't her parents take the spear then? Call upon the spirit, he will appear and help you. First, you should search for a special lamp. Why didn't the parents go talk to the elders and get all this stuff? Because apparently they just went off and like, we're just going to go to see how it goes. You have the spear and the wood key. White lion is at the gate of evil. One of the first games that I know of that actually had the female protagonist, especially in an RPG. Yeah, this is complete and utter Dragon's Quest 1 or Dragon. This is Dragon Warrior, really. Speak instead of goods, it's items. Look. Yeah, this is complete and utter Dragon Warrior. Everything about it is kind of a Dragon Warrior knockoff. Granted, I don't know if this came before or after, and there is so much you can do. Wow, you just found everything coming out. What was she doing in a cell to begin with? Like, that makes no sense how she started off in the cell. Alright, with that being said, we are on our journey. So far, no random encounters. Maybe it's just because we're kind of getting out of somewhere. And Maria fell into the river. Alrighty then. Swept away by the violent current, Maria lost consciousness. Our friends will increase and encourage and magnify your dreams, huh? Let's give courage and dreams. Courage is now 15. Dreams are now... Okay. So this is how we save. Alright, so I'm guessing dreams is magic and courage is hit points? Is what I'm starting to... Yeah, so hope is level. Courage, hit points, dreams is magic-esque. Like, that's just kind of what I'm assuming at the moment. We will understand more as we go along. When you enter the world of darkness, your last record will help you. Also gather up hope. Your dreams and courage will grow. When you lose your courage, you will become part of the darkness. If you have dreams, may spirits will help you. Alright. So what is vigor? A status? Alright, so let's just kind of get our bearings. We see a cave over there. Alright, here's your first castle. This is the town of bread. Boy, they are really... I was just getting ready to say this is kind of like a a simpler and like not as good version of Dragon Warrior? Now, yeah, we got the Town of Bread. Like, they couldn't come up with any other name? Bread, Tier, Bomb, Blue Ring, and Club. Alright, so goods. The one thing we don't have is equipment. Like, I mean, I guess we'll see more if we actually get into a battle. At the southern part of the island and reaching the werewolves' territory, drop by Davis, which has mushrooms. Alright. My grandfather told me that tears can make your dreams greater. So, tears are a healing potion. Give me a ruby, I'll let you ride my ship. Okay, so we gotta go find a ruby. The stardust in the goblin's cave is returned to its diocese. It will be able to pass through the cave. Alright. Evil goblin in a cave near here. The goblin stole the stardust. If I don't get it, I won't see my family in Davis. Okay, so that's going to be our first goal, is to go kill a goblin. Everybody's so demanding. Alright, is this the Goblin Cave? I'm trying to see about getting into some kind of battle. Are there any battles? No okay, there we go. Interesting. Wow, that is a lot of... Okay, that's pretty basic. That's a lot of steps. A lot of steps to attack. Instead of just attack and who you gotta attack, and then the item, and then the and then the D, and then the do. So apparently... Yep, Courageous hit points. I mean, they're definitely trying to stand out, but I think there's better ways of doing it. Wow, we are going to get whooped already, aren't we? Nice. Alright, at this point I think we're going to head to town. If we survive. An orc. What are we going to do? We're going to run from the orc, I think. These enemies seem strong. Okay, I know we can kill the zombie. Okay, so far we're not getting experience at all. So we're getting rubies and that's it. So we're fighting stuff for money, but how do we actually gain hope? Alright, let's, we'll We'll use one bread. Alright. It is kind of weird, like, I don't know what they were thinking on this. It just, I mean, it's unique. It is definitely original. Oy vey. Let's feed this old woman, this demanding old woman real quick. And we might as well buy a couple loaves of bread. Let's buy a club, actually. I think a club might be better than our dagger, maybe. We shall see on our next attack, our next battle. If this woman needs more bread, I'm getting start annoying. Oh, so you need to come over here with like 2 or 3. Alright, fair enough. Live and learn. We spent all of our rubies feeding this woman and... Fight, tools, club. Let's see what club does. Wow, she whooped up on that guy. Alright. I wonder if we're only going to get, like, our hope as we, like, battle bosses or something, maybe? Alright, let's see what happens here. Fight, tools, club. I still don't like the amount of stuff that we have to go through in order to attack. Wow, we are... This little chick is swinging that club like a beast. A fragment of hope. Hope is now 2. Okay. So we just randomly find levels up. Really is what that is. We found a level up in a chest. I mean, again, very different. I'm not sure how I really feel about it. Is this the mean goblin? If you really want it, steal it from my treasure box. I mean, at this point, if we kill the goblin, is it really stealing? Ouch. Well, that wasn't too difficult. I mean, at this point, we're just looting from victory, right? We didn't actually steal anything. This does make it to where we can't level grind. So that's going to be kind of weird where... I guess everything is just going to be at your level? Kind of? Like, it really makes you wonder how the game really is going to progress when you find level up in, I mean, at this point, treasure chests and other places, I'm guessing. Wow, that club is very powerful. Usually the club is fairly weak in all these games, but in this one, even though she started the game off with a spear that we can't even use, go figure, we're swinging a club like a barbarian beast and we are whooping up on everything. Alright, so let's go to town now. We have got our Stardust. Alright, so we're gonna go buy a couple loaves of bread real quick. It's not like having extra is gonna be bad, because we're gonna need it at some point, so let's just buy out the bread that we have money for. Let's go give this person the Stardust. Okay, like I don't understand why we're not giving it to her. Oh, maybe we use it here. Maybe. I mean, maybe. Okay, let's try here. Anyone getting kind of biblical, religious kind of feelings from the game at this point? Part of me is starting to kind of feel that way. Okay, so we fed her just so that she can give us a chore. Oh, you gotta love it. We can go to Evil King. Good God, that trips are expensive. The cheapest one is going to the Evil King. Alright, so with that being said, this music sounds familiar. I've been trying to place it ever since we've been playing, and I'm drawing a blank. I wonder what happens if we use the Stardust. I'm curious. Nothing. Okay. See, it showed us having magic. See, I don't get this attack mod. Flash, Needle, Dark, and Bomb. I don't know. Like, none of that we can use. I'm very... Sure, we'll save it at this point. Alright, so the only person that matters is in the middle. Gotcha, okay, that's what we do, and it costs 2 to do that. Alright, so that's that. I still don't know where Needle and everything else comes in, but... God, what game is this music from? It is so familiar. the Stardust return to the disc, a closed path will open. Alright, well, before we go that way, let's see what's down here. Like, apparently there seems to be no armor. Like, everything is really, really, really basic as far as an RPG goes. We have no experience. No armor. You do buy... Hey, look, we got another level. It's really kind of... I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about it. And, like, can you imagine knowing where a lot of these things are prior to the game? Like, if you did... Back in the day, if they actually had the guide for this before you bought it... I mean, because we would have come in here, like, right off the bat and got a level up, and then went and got another level up, and then, you know, like, it didn't matter because the boss was so easy anyways that who cares? But, like, being able to level up quicker. But honestly, like, this game is so basic. It has some, it gets a little bit of points for some originality, but just because you're original doesn't make you good? Really? Because it doesn't look like you're going to get to be out there finding, like, you know, the special magic armor that's hitting like you did in Dragon Warrior, where you went and found the armor in the poison castle and all this stuff. I mean, it's going to be so basic. Hey, we didn't get to fight the orc last time. Like, fighting enemies is actually just honestly pointless, except to get a couple of rubies. Like, there's no experience, so, like, it's almost a waste of time. See, Mushroom is going to be a town? Yeah. Sorry, I gotta face you. Was close to the outside by the werewolves and was become lonely. Alright, well then. Well, the end's free at least, huh? We're gonna play it for a little while longer. We'll spend a decent, like, 20 more minutes, 30 more minutes on it, just to kind of see kind of how it goes. B-Dagger, thank you very much. You received the B-Dagger. Alright, so maybe we'll get an A-Dagger later, right? Besides the red ring, I also have heard that there is a rapier which houses an elf spirit. So I guess some of the weapons are more magical items that summon things? And that's kind of like magic? It looks just like the Red Wizard from Final Fantasy, doesn't it? red ring is at Fawn's Cave in the south. Spirit of the ring will be sure to help you. Alright. Now, get out of my way. I want to go in the... There we go. Move it! Pixie on the other side of the huge rock used to be a merry place. We'll probably never see it again. The huge rock to the west was put in place by a curse of the Wolf King. To break the curse, the power of the horn is needed. And in order to that, we have to see the dog's eye. World's territory begins here. If you walk into the castle carelessly, terrible things will happen, huh? Well, let's go south. He said, I believe he said south. There's a cave with the red ring. And in the process, we will test out our new B ring. Our B dagger. Tools. Let's see what this does. Alright, well that's kind of interesting. Again, I mean, we just bought the club and now we already have, like, more of the stuff that's just making this game really kind of basic. I mean, it's kind of cool. It is actually really good. I'm guessing for, like, maybe at first RPG for some younger kids might not be the worst thing. Kind of get you used to it a little bit before you jump into something that's a little bit more. But honestly, like, when it comes to it, Dragon Warrior wasn't that much more complex, but it just had more going on, and, like, you might as well just do that. Well, didn't they say the cave was in the south? This looks like it's probably going to be the werewolf castle, right? This reminds me a lot of some of the dead castles in Dragon. This whole game reminds me of just a dumbed down version of Dragon Warrior. Yeah, see, they're not even showing, like, the multiple guys on the screen. Which, if I didn't look over to the right and notice that off the thing, I would not have noticed it. We had two guys off the top of my head. All right. I don't think we are well enough to be doing... Oh, we can't even go that way. A skeleton and a zombie, huh? I mean, our weapon is just one-shotting everything, so now we fight two things. It's like... eh... And there was no shop in the other town, so we weren't able to actually buy more bread. We're just going to leave here for now. We don't have enough healing ability to go through this at the moment. There's no way we're making it very far. We are taking some damage, and without a spell to heal... We'll do a little bit more here, maybe. Nah, I think we probably should just get the hell out of Dodge right now. We'll go back to the Mushroom Town. If we make it. I guess we could start using our summons. Since we're getting low. and use up our magic as we get through here. Just to save our health. We'll go look for... That's pretty much what we'll do on this video. Is we're going to go at least look for that. There's the cave right there. Okay. I see where we want to go. We'll go do that cave real quick. We'll kind of explore a little bit, and then we'll call it good. See, I don't know if this is a game I would actually want to finish, to be honest. It's too... It's kind of cheesy and basic, and that kind of ruins a lot of aspects when it comes to RPG. Alright, so we got a multi... We'll just start this direction, and we'll go... Let's go down. Okay, we're not going down. Alright, fair enough. And we already found the red ring. Alright, so now the thing is... Is it just going to be another thing that we use, like the spear? We'll find out if we get attacked. Hey, we got another... Okay, that was good to come here. We got another level now. It's still really weird to find levels up in chests. It's just kind of really goofy. Okay, I believe there's nothing here, right? This is just where we were. Yeah, just there. It seems like there's no enemies in here, so this is like just nothing. Alright, yeah, that's it. Alright. And there's like another weapon already. Oh, so again, okay, so those are all... Let's just see what the red ring does. Red ring calls a halfling. Oops, we didn't mean to defend. Alright, well that actually does add a little level of stuff to it. So now you got to figure out the summons, which is basically what it is. It looks like the red ring you could fight with you, whereas the other one was just, it fought instead of you when you used a spear. So we're going to test out a few things. Alright. Now we're getting attacked. Alright, what are we going to do? We're going to fight. We're going to call... Let's see what happens when we do the rapier. There's an elf this time. Magic. Dark magic. Didn't affect the orc. The orc lost their vision. Okay, so that one's... Can we call multiple things? What happens when we call the lamp? Oh, hey, look, it's a wizard. Magic. Oh, he's got all the spells. Nice, okay. That's what... Okay, I got you now. I understand. Okay, so we get to summon as many as we want. The elf does not seem to be very useful. Let's bomb. I guess defend the rapier does not seem to do a whole lot. All it does is blind, at least at the moment. I don't know if they get better later on or not. Maybe we didn't get far enough with the spear guy to know, so I'm guessing we just can summon as much as we want at 2 apiece. So it doesn't matter which one we use, it seems to be the same amount of dream as for any of them. And we seem to actually hit harder than most of the other guys that we summoned, so that's kind of silly. Maybe we'll explore the castle a little bit. I'm a little intrigued to try out a couple things now. The fact that we can summon all the guys if we really wanted to at once does change some stuff. Oof, werewolf hurts. Oh Lord, we almost got whooped by the damn werewolf. But luckily our weapon has one-shotted every single enemy so far that we've encountered. But the problem is, if we encounter anything else, we might die right here. Oh, we are one step away. If we attack first, we're good. Okay. That was lucky, because if he attacked... How did he not die? All of a sudden, the one time we don't get to one-shot an enemy, and of course is the one time we're there and we get killed. Okay, so the halfling defense, Moja just attacks, Dark Elf uses dark magic, which just blinds people that is worthless. And Twana has all those spells. But why is he not on here? Alright, well let's go screw around in the castle for a second. Just to kind of see what we do. The no experience thing really gets me. Like, sometimes, you know, as annoying as it is, sometimes early on, it's kind of fun to, you know, level up your guy a bit to make things a little smoother at the start. Jesus, we're already half dead. Nothing in what we had heals us. So now we actually have to go back. I forgot. We need to actually go and get bread, because the one town has absolutely no thing. Now let's go heal again. I'm gonna double check, but I didn't see anything that actually accounted for an inn, or not an inn, but a shop. At this point, I'm gonna get bored of this game before we make it to the castle again. But honestly, we need to have healing, or we're not gonna get anywhere. Like that one werewolf half killed us. in one battle. Yeah, there's nothing. So now we gotta go all the way back. Oh, just in order to go get some bread so we can come all the way back again to try to go to the castle. Usually it's like, you know, the random battles are kind of an annoyance, but you get experience. So you're like, you know what, not a big deal. We can, here, no. You know what we're going to do is we're going to just try to run from everything. Let's see how much we can run. And if that's an actual thing. Because so far it just seems escaped. It's not saying like you attempted to run or anything, right? Everything has just been, you escaped. You escaped. So we're going to see if that's always a possibility. And if so, going back to the whole very basicness of it all. If you can run from every fight, because there's no point in fighting, really. Yeah, so far we can run from everything. So fighting isn't really a thing. And it seems that you get to do that first before anything else happens, so there's no... You get attacked first, and then you run. And we're not losing... No, we're not losing courage. Which you figure, honestly, would make sense. If you ran, you would lose courage. But apparently that's not a thing. So now I'm like, why are we even bothering at this point? If we can run from everything, we get no experience, so there's no point in buying bread. If you don't need to buy anything, then you don't have to fight anything because you don't need anything. I wonder if the blue ring is another thing we can summon. We're going to find out here in a second. I mean, I'm sure we're going to have to fight bosses, but seems like that's the only fight we're going to need to do. Alright, so we got him. Okay, so no, the blue ring... Yeah, we'll see what happens in battle. We'll see if that does anything. I guess we do need a lot of money for the ship. That damn thing is expensive. Let's see. Blue ring is actually oh, it just gives you a shield. Okay. Oh, okay, so you can't. Alright. We did fail on a run. But we did engage first, so we'll see how often we fail running from the initial. Okay. That's what we needed to know. So we do, alright. And that's the other thing too, is when we level up, well, when we hope up, it's so cheesy, but when we hope up, we don't increase our attack or defense or any other stats. We get health and we get magic. Our defense is always at the same, and our attack is just based on whatever weapon they decide to hand to us at any given moment. It's like they take a lot of the elements out of the game, but they keep it just enough RPG-ish to where it is actually still an RPG. I mean, we are still exploring, we are still technically leveling up even though we're not gaining experience. Even though we don't get armor, we don't get a lot of anything else. The whole game is based on what items we find as far as for summoning and whatever they give us for weapons. Ooh. I mean, at this point, running doesn't really do anything because we still one-shot just about everything. So we might as well. It doesn't save us a lot of time. So the goblin has like 19 or 20 hit points. It is fluctuating a little bit against certain enemies. Alright, let's start off by going to the basic, simplest area first. Let's go here. Oh, that is definitely the simple basic, isn't it? Alright. Why is he the only person that attacks and has, He's the only one that anybody has ever dodged. Let's bomb werewolf. Oof. Oh, we did all that and it's almost pointless. I am curious what happens if we do lose them. Alright, so we leveled up again. Good lord, that went up a lot. We jumped from 38 to 58. Yeah, see, we leveled up, still doing the exact same amount of damage. Yeah, we didn't need to summon anything. She does more damage and she fights better than any of the guys we summoned. I mean, the summonings almost are kind of a waste of time. We'll wait and see how low we get to see how much the bread actually heals us for. Yeah, we already killed one. It took so long by summoning all the guys before to do anything, to where here it's like, oh, you're dead and I already won. Wow, a whole 100 rubies, huh? That was great. Alright. Well, it heals quite a bit from what I can see right now. You don't even get to choose who you attack. It's whatever, you just attack that one first and then the orc. So there's no even strategic battling of choosing which one is more of a threat at the time. Like I said, being able to kill the orc real quick and then dealing with the goblin, we don't get to do that. We have to kill the goblin first. Alright, so we will, I guess there's still that one place to go down. Wow, we are actually getting our butts whooped by this fight. The goblins seem to be the most annoying enemy so far. Everything else is pretty basic and one shot. But for whatever reason, we are just not doing the one shot goblins. Well, we might as well use another loaf of bread. Alright, well, let's go see what is in this last spot in this castle. Really annoying. Finally, we got to hit the goblin for in the 20s this time in one shot. I just want to see what's in this castle before we stop playing this game. But yeah, all in all, it's like for what kind of slight originality they actually have in the game, it's not enough to really make the game an enjoyable presence in the in this genre. Like, I feel like this is the first kind of, theoretically, like the first summons game that has summons, so I think it was a little ahead of the time on that one, which I give it hand to. The fact that they dumbed the game down just so much is what I have the hardest time dealing with. Like, you don't have equipment, you just pick up an item and you use it as a tool, and that's it. You get one tool that you get to use, and that's kind of, I don't know, I'm not a fan. You get no experience, so unless you find the chests that have your levels in it, which it's still mind-boggling. Every time I say that, it just still sounds so stupid. But yeah, that's what the game is we find hope. So I mean, in that aspect, okay, we're in a dreamland and we're finding hope. But hope should be something other than your level. Like, I don't know. To me, it's weird. Maybe I'm just so ingrained and used to how RPGs are and in the way everything works that it just kind of makes everything weird to me. I don't know. It's not a horrible premise by any means, but it doesn't allow the freedom, I guess you can say, of being able to make the game either hard or easy depending on what you feel like doing, where you can sit for an hour or two early on in the game and level up to where you can start breezing through stuff for a while and like pick spots and times where you can choose to level up and, you know, make game easier for you throughout most of the thing, or make it harder by not doing it. But this one doesn't give you the option. So your summons do actually level up as you do. Oof. Apparently we are pretty resilient to magic, it seems like. I'm confused as to why his hit points were dropping every time he attacked. Is that just to keep them on par where you can only go so much? Okay, so we found the dog's eye. Alright, well I think that's a good place as any to stop at this point. As we can see, like, even the boss battles are pretty basic. I mean, we've done nothing to really like level grinding or do anything. It's just they have everything just set on par with what you are, and just makes everything right on the cusp of like not having any real difficulty. I don't know, like, there's some originality. I really think this was the first game I've ever seen, like from the 80s or whatever, that had a summons, if you want to call it that. I mean, it feels a lot like summons, where you find an object and you summon the spirit from it. The fact that the battles almost feel like just more of a chore than anything else because you get nothing from it. Not a single enemy has dropped a single like item or anything. All it does is give you some rubies, and it's almost not worth it, and you almost want to spend most of your game running if you can, fighting if you can't, kind of thing. I know I harped on it a whole bunch during the video, but we'll say it one more time. The fact that you level up by finding hope in a chest randomly wherever they decide to place it, and give you a level wherever they decide that you should get a level at, is, I mean, you might as well not even bother with levels in this game at that point and just make the game, like, you know, the same all the way through. It doesn't really give you that feeling of, you know, accomplishment. It's like, oh, hey, I found it. Good. That means that the next enemy is going to have a little bit more hit points. And it kind of takes a lot out of an RPG by not having a level up system from experience and deciding how you're going to do things and making enemies difficult where sometimes you have to level up. But this one doesn't seem like it's going to be ever like that. The enemy is going to be on par with where you're at every step, and that's it. And the fact that you have no gear at all and you pick up your weapon, which is just a tool, and that's all you get, is also really so basic that it kind of takes a lot out of it. And just, there's no magic system. I mean, you get the guy in the lamp that has magic, but that's it. Your character, all she does is summon guys and use whatever tool you have at the moment. Really kind of makes the game a really, really basic. I think it's great for some beginners, and as a kid, you know, could have been a good introduction to RPGs before you got into some of the more advanced ones. But even then, none of them were that complex to where this is a better option than one of the other ones. I mean, Final Fantasy, as complex as it is, it's not overly more than this. It just, there's just slight little bits, but you're fighting enemies regardless, so the fact that you get experience and you can pick and choose makes it to where that one's a better option. The fact that you get to decide and figure out your gear-wise and doing other stuff is just a better gameplay than something as really dumbed down as this one is. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching me. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.